Hello student, today we are going to study NCERT Geography Class 8 Chapter 1 Resources. As you used to come in the new class, in the previous classes in class 6, class 7th, you read about the different topics of geography. So you have the idea what the subjects is all about, what the subject deals with. Geo means earth, study means geo means earth, and the graphy means study of anything. In the sixth standard you have read about the writings of the earth. In the seventh standard we talk about, so you have read about the different things like what the nature we have, what kind of earth we have, how it's made, and how the volcanic eruption, everything you have read in this seventh. And in this sixth, like in the sixth standard you have learned about how the stars we have, how the planet it become, how the miniature, like the globe we have, what are the longitudes, what are the latitudes, like where is the river, where is the mountain, where is the plateaus. All you have learned and all of you have covered in class 6 and 7. But in this class, in class 8, you will learn about the resources and development. The book name is Resources and Development, means resource, like if you are in the class, if you are at the house, if you go anywhere, whatever the object you find, that is the resources. If you talk about the development, what the development means, in the Hindi it used to call it as विकसित and विकास करना किसी चीज का, that is called a development. Like if there is a rural area where there is no road, when we construct the road on that particular you can say on the soil land, then it is a one kind of a development. If we made a good house or a good building or a good apartment, that is a part of a development. But in this chapter we will learn what the resources is in detail, where the resources are found, how it used to help us, each and everything. The like in your chapter the story starts with the Aman, and what kind of work they used to do. Then he comes to know what the resources are. So before going to start this chapter, what points we have to cover today? Utility, value, types of resources, natural resources, actual resources, potential resources, biotic or abiotic. Then after that, renewable and the non-renewable. Then ubiquitous or the localized. Then the human resources, conserving resources, and sustainable development. So these are the topics which we have to cover in the first chapter in today's session. First we start with what the resources are. Each and everything which you find nearby you, that is called the resources. If you are in your classroom, the benches you have, the board you have, the books you have, the textbooks you have, this all are what resources. If you live in your house, if you have the bed, you have the table, you have the chair, you have the fence, whatever the object you find, this we all call it resources, which we used to get it from the nature, and after the human efforts we used to made in the object which used to help us. So this is what the resources is. Come the first meaning what the utility is, and from the particular object we take the utmost of use, that is called the utility. Utility का मतलब ये होता है हम किसी particular चीज का ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा उपयोग करते हैं और उसकी जो उपयोगिता हम लेते हैं, that is called the utility. If we talk about the nature, the air which we get you can say the free of cost, the water we get the free of cost. Then if we talk about the food which you used to get from the nature, and if we talk about the other minerals which used to get from the nature, this is all the part of the resources. This is what the utility is. If we talk about the value, the value in the sense like air, it is utmost important for us. If there is no air, we can't live. If we talk about the water, if there is no water, then we can't live without it. If we talk about the food, crops or agriculture, if there is no food item, we can't live without it. If there is no land, we can't live on this planet. So we have to value this certain things, just like water, air, and all kind of minerals which is available on this planet Earth. We have to preserve them, we have to value them, that these are the resources which are very important for us. From this we can't live without it. So you have the idea like what the resources is, the object, the particular resources which we use, which they use to help us, that we call the resource is. So in this what you have learned till now, that the utility means what you have take the utmost of use of the particular resource. That is what the utility is. If we talk about the value, what the value is, like from any of the things, just like the air we breathe, the food we eat, the water we drink, and the minerals which we are using for the different purposes, we have to value them. That doesn't mean that particular thing is we used to get the free of cost, we can't value them. Just like the air, like it used to get free of cost. If we polluting more and more, if we polluting more and more air, so can we breathe the clean air? No, we can't breathe the clean air. We breathe the polluted air, which we inhale the polluted, we become ill. We might be affected from the asthma or any other disease. So we have to keep our environment, we have to keep our resource, like we have to keep our environment clean, we have to preserve, and we have to value our resource. If once it's exhausted, we can't get it back. Like if we talk about the petrol, if we talk about the water, if it exhausts from a planet, we can't get it. We can't able to ride the bike, we can't able to ride any of the flight, we can't ride any of the thing. If we talk about the water, we can't live without water. If there is no water on this planet, we can't live without it. So in this, whatever the things, what are the resources we have to value them. Now come toward the next topic, that is the types of resources. So these are all are the types of resources. So the first one is the natural resources, and second one is the actual resources. Then the next is the potential resource. Then it used to come biotic and abiotic. Then used to come renewable and non-renewable. Then used to come about ubiquitous or localized. Then next is the human resources. Next in conserving resources and sustainable development. So these are all the types which we going to deal with one by one in details. What the natural resources, the things we used to get from the nature naturally, that is called the natural resources. Just like you can take the example of, we used to get the you can take the stone, you can take the petrol, you can take the all the minerals which used to get from the nature, that used to comes from natural. But like most of the things we used to get from the nature by the human effort, then after that we change it. But if we talk about the natural resource, the natural resource is what, like like it used to give natural resources. Just like you can take seeds, you can take the example of the crops, you can take the example of the petrol, you can take the example of the silver, you can take the example of gold, you can take the example of the diamonds. The things which we used to get naturally is what we used to call it natural resources. Now if we talk about the actual resource are which used to get in an actual form, and it we can use it for the longer time. Just like if you take the example of like if you take the example of, we can take the example of gold, we can use it for the longer time. We can take the example of solar energy, we take the example of wind energy, that used to come in the renewable and the non-renewable. But in this case also, if we talk about the actual resource, but we used to get in the actual form, like in the kind of, you can say, in the pure form, then we are using it. We used to find in the different parts of the country, like you find in India, you find in Germany, you find in US, you find in Australia, the actual resource which you get from the nature, and you are actually resource using it. If we talk about the sun, from the sun we used to get the sun rays, then we used to um, take that sunrise in particular in one, you can say in the solar radar or in the solar plane. By taking that sunrise, we used to put in one inverter, then after that we use that is called the solar panel, which you can get all the sun rays from the sun. Then if we are using the solar electricity, we are using the solar cooker, we are using the solar trains also, the summer where we are using the solar helicopters, and somewhere we are using the solar flight also, which right now is going on in the process. But these are the things which we are using now. In nowadays, the resources which we find from the nature, now it used to changes in the technology. The technology, what do you mean by the technology? The technology is the skill or the particular technology which we use in the current time, and which will help the people to do their life, or sorry, to do their work very easily. So that is the use of technology. Like period by period, or you can say the year by year, we use numerous of the technology which we use to help us to make these things. Like if we talk about the potential resource is what, you have the resource which you take out from the earth, like for the few times, it doesn't help in the future. तो दैट इज विच वी यूज टू कॉल इट एज अ पोटेंशियल रिसोर्स का मतलब ये हुआ जो हमें मिला है बट फ्यूचर पर्पस के लिए काम नहीं आ रहा बट तो कुछ दिनों के बाद काम आएगा, दैट इज वी यूज टू कॉल इट द पोटेंशियल resource. Now if we talk about the biotic, what the biotic is, biotic means living things, or you can say living organism which used to help is this. If for example we take plants and the animals, if we talk about the abiotic, that means non-living organism or non-living things, we take the example that is the land, which also the part of this resources. Now come towards the renewable, the non-renewable resources. What the renewable and non-renewable resources are? Renewable resources are those resources which we can renew it. You can take the example of plastic or the paper, you can take the garbage, you can take the any of the waste material which we can renew it, that is called the renewable resources. Non renewable resources are those resources which we can't renew it, just like the water, just like the electricity, just like the petrol, just like the hydroelectricity. There are the numerous of the things, or there are the numerous of the resources which we can't renew it, that we used to call it as the non-renewable resources. If we talk about the ubiquitous or the localized, ubiquitous means the things which we get everywhere on this planet Earth. So that is called the ubiquitous resources, which means the air which we get everywhere. So this used to come is ubiquitous. If we talk about the localized, what the localized means, the certain thing or the certain resources which you find at a particular place. So that used to come in the localized. If we talk about like copper or the iron or the nickel or the, you can take the aluminum which you find at the certain place, that we used to come as the localized piece, the particular thing which you find at the particular place. Now if we talk about the human resource, there are numerous of the human resources, what the people using their skill, using their mind, using their physical strength, and by knowing the different skill and the different technology while making that a particular thing, that we used to come as the human resource. In nowadays also, and in the ancient time also, the human resource is considered as the utmost important resource. Why? Because by the human effort, like each and everything we used to get from the nature, but directly we can use it, that no, we used to give them a form, a kind of a structure, or kind of a form or a shape, that we can use it, and it will, we can use it in a very easily form. Like what I'm trying to say is that ह्यूमन रिसोर्स सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट रिसोर्स इसलिए माना जाता है क्योंकि पहले के टाइम में भी और आज के भी टाइम में भी बिना ह्यूमन एफर्ट के हम लोग कोई चीज़ नहीं बना पाए. सारी चीज़ें हमें नेचर में फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट मिलती है, और हम उस चीज़ों को यूज़ करके अपने लाइफ को इजी बनाने के लिए हमने ऐसे बहुत सारी चीज़ें बनाई. जैसे के लिए हमें अर्थ में, हमारे अर्थ में जो सारे मिनरल्स मिलते हैं उन चीज़ों को हम यूज़ करते हैं. जैसे कि हम अगर कॉपर की बात करें तो कॉपर को पहले हम बर्तन भी यूज़ करते थे, पहले कॉइन भी यूज़ करते थे, और कॉपर आज के टाइम में हम लोग इलेक्ट्रिसिटी में यूज़ करें. अगर हम एल्यूमिनियम की बात करें तो एल्यूमिनियम के बर्तन और काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें बनाई जाती है, वो भी हम यूज़ करते हैं. इफ़ यू टॉक अबाउट द गोल्ड, तो गोल्ड से भी हम ऑर्नामेंट्स बनाते हैं और काफ़ी सारे जैसे कॉइन्स बनाते हैं, उसके लिए भी यूज़ होता था. इफ़ यू टॉक अबाउट द सिल्वर इज ऑल्सो यूज टू यूज we are using in making the ornaments and the different things by the, if we talk about that. If we talk about the another one, that is the petrol. Why the petrol? We are petrol using in the machines, every machine, whether it's vehicle, whether it's in the technology, whether we talk about the space station, whether we talk about the spaceship, everything. No, not in the space station. You can talk about in the flights, not in the space station. In the flights, we are using the petrol, where which we are using the natural resource. So these are the human effort, which the thing that the particular mineral or the particular resource which we can use in the this particular object, which will help us and which will make our life very much easy. So we are using the numerous of things. We are using the number of technology. We are using number of you can say machines. We are using number of innovative ideas. We are using to make a new object, to make our life easy, and to make the work very easy way to decrease our time, to take to use that particular object for a longer period of time, which will help us from now purpose also, and after that also. Now if we talk about the next one is the in the human resource, like the people are skilled, if the people have the knowledge, if the people are educated, they can make the numerous of the thing, and they can make the innovative ideas. And if the people are not that much intelligent, if they are not as skilled, so they are not making the new kinds of the technology. Human resource are, you can say, the one kind of the helping hand which used to help to each and every person. Earlier they were used to help in the laborer form. Then after that they are making the numerous of things. When they used to make the machine, for the making that machine, that we don't need that much of human resource, but for regulating that machine we need a human, that he can start the machine, he can operate the numerous of things, he can make the numerous of the object by which we can do all this kind of the things. Now we talk about the conservation of resources. Yes, we have to conserve, we have to preserve the particular resource. If it is completely exhausted from our earth, we can't get it back. Just I give you the numbers of example in brief. If we talk about the, first we talk about the petrol. If we can't harvest the rainwater, or if we can't did, if we can't do the rainwater harvesting, we can't save our water. If we can't preserve the petrol for the future purpose, then we can't able to mobilize from one place to another place. So there are the numerous of things that we have to conserve for our planet, because if by conserving the resources we can use it for a present purpose, and it will be also helpful in the future purpose as well. If like if we can't conserve with them, and if we are using use recklessly, and without any thinking of that, then it is completely that one day will it come and it is completely exhausted from our planet. So we have to conserve all our resources, whether it's food, whether it's any minerals, whether it's water, whether it's petrol, whether it's any of the animal as well, and the birds also. I'm including that thing. If they are extinct, like I'm talking about the animals and the birds, and if we talk about the minerals, if they are completely exhausted, then you will think that how much disturbance and how much you can say the feeling we have, the sorry feeling we have, that we can't conserve them on the time. If we conserve them on the time, so it will help us to in the future also, that particular thing we have preserved for the future time. So we have to preserve our resources for our beneficial purpose and for the future purpose also. If we talk about the last topic of this chapter, that is the sustainable development. What do you mean by the sustainable development? Sustainable development means, or the define is that if you preserve the resource for your for first you are using that, and you are preserving for the future generation also, it is called the sustainable development. Sustainable development used to come in economics as well as in the geography. Means सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट का मतलब ये होता है ऐसे रिसोर्सेज जो हमने यूज तो कर लिया है, पर हम उसको फ्यूचर जनरेशन के लिए भी बचा के रखते हैं, उसको सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट कहा जाता है। कि हम ऐसे डेवलपमेंट कर रहे हैं कि हम अपने लिए भी, हमारे लिए भी बेनिफिशियल हो और फ्यूचर जनरेशन के लिए बेनिफिशियल हो। तो ये सारी चीज़ें इसमें आती हैं। नाउ अगेन व्हाट द थिंग इज, बाय द सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट हम ऐसे बहुत सारी चीज़ों को अपने प्रेजेंट ये कह सकते हैं प्रेजेंट एरा में या प्रेजेंट टाइम्स में उसको यूज़ कर सकते हैं बहुत अच्छे बेनिफिशियल पर्पस के लिए, और फ्यूचर जनरेशन के लिए भी बचा के रख सकते हैं। जैसे कि आप ले सकते हो एग्जाम्पल, टेक द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ, यू कैन यूजिंग टेक द फर्स्ट एग्जाम्पल टेक्नोलॉजी। लाइक टेक्नोलॉजी का हम एटमोस्ट से एटमोस्ट यूज़ कर सकते हैं अभी के लिए भी, और फ्यूचर जनरेशन को आइडिया कहाँ ये पहले टेक्नोलॉजी यूज़ की गई थी तब कर सकते हैं। अब जैसे और बात करते हैं पेट्रोल की और वाटर की, जो कि सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ है। इफ वी आर कंजर्विंग अ वाटर, इफ वी आर कंजर्विंग द पेट्रोल, क्योंकि अगर आप लोग रेकलेसली या फिर बिना किसी सोच समझ कर ऐसे यूज़ करते हैं तो एक दिन ऐसा ज़रूर आएगा कि वो चीज़ नहीं बचेगा। तो हमारी जो फ्यूचर जनरेशन है उसको भी बचा सके तो हम लोग उसको वो चीज़ समझना चाहिए। तो So till now, what we have first covered is what the resources we have learned. The resources, what the resources, the things which we get from the nature, and which we are using it, that we used to call it as the resources. उसको हम resources कहते हैं. फिर हमने first point जिसमें देखा utility. Utility का मतलब ये होता है ऐसी चीज जिसका हमने सबसे ज्यादा उपयोग किया हो, उसको हम यूटिलिटी कहा था. जैसे मैंने पर्टिकुलर रिसोर्स या पर्टिकुलर ऑब्जेक्ट का यूज किया है और उसको हमने अपने जिसको ने हमें हेल्प किया है, दैट इज यूज टू कंसिडर एज द यूटिलिटी. अब वैल्यू की बात की जाए तो हमने देखा कि जो हम लोग हवा से जिससे सांस लेते हैं, जो खाना जो हम खाते हैं, जिस पानी जो वाटर वी ड्रिंक, जो हम पानी पीते हैं, और जो सारे मिनरल्स जो हमें मिलता है और जो हमें हेल्प करता है कि हम पर्टिकुलर चीज़ें कर सकते हैं. जैसे कि हम लोग नेचर से जो चीज़ मिली, फिर उसको एक ऑब्जेक्ट में बना के या किसी चीज़ में यूज़ करके अपनी हम खुद की मदद कर सकते हैं और दूसरों की भी मदद कर सकते हैं. जैसे कि अगर बात करें कॉपर की, जैसे कॉपर एक नेचुरल रिसोर्स है, तो पहले के टाइम में पहले कॉपर के बर्तनों में खाया जाता है, कॉपर के कॉइन्स यूज़ किए जाते थे. फिर लेटर ऑन जब ऐसे जैसे कंटेम्प्रेरी वर्ल्ड में आते गए, मॉडर्न वर्ल्ड में आते गए, तो कॉपर्स को फिर हमने इलेक्ट्रिसिटी में भी यूज़ किया. तो ऐसी बहुत सी सारी चीज़ें जो डिफरेंट रिसोर्सेज होते हैं वो हमें हेल्प करते हैं किसी ना किसी चीज़ में कि आप पर्टिकुलर ये चीज़ें करो, पर्टिकुलर आप ये चीज़ें करो. अब नेक्स्ट हम जाते हैं टाइप्स ऑफ रिसोर्सेज. तो ये सारे टाइप्स ऑफ रिसोर्सेज हैं. जिसको सबसे पहले हमने डिस्कस किया नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज. नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज किसको कहते हैं? वो रिसोर्सेज जो हमें कुदरत या नेचर से मिले होते हैं और जिसको हम फ्यूचर पर्पस में भी यूज कर सकते हैं. जो हर चीज हमें नेचर से मिले, और ये दैट इज अटमोस्ट फैक्ट, एवरीथिंग वी यूज टू गेट फ्रॉम द नेचर. ऐसी कोई चीज नहीं जो ह्यूमंस ने खुद बनाई. बस ये है कि नेचर के बाय द हेल्पिंग लाइक both used to help each other. Like human takes the resources from the nature, then used to make that particular object, or you can say the resources, and they become helpful for them, and they become helpful for the community, you can say for the society, for the economy, for the political agendas, and the different ways in which they used to help to each and every sector of the human mankind. If we talk about the actual resources are that resource which used to found in the actual form, but you can't preserve them for the future purpose. So that we used to call it as the actual resource. If we talk about the next, the potential. Potential means the something which is having the potential. Like potential in the sense the particular thing is helpful to you. Like it used to make or different kinds of thing, like in the potential, yes, that's that particular says something have the potential, like it used to help you to make something some a very good thing. You can take the example anything, just like the uranium, you can take the coal, you can take the copper, you can take the aluminum, you can take the silver, you can take the gold, you can take the different types of the stones, you can take the different types of the crop seeds, you can take the plants and the different kinds of resources you will get. So this what we used to call it as the potential resource. If we talk about the biotech means you have read in the science, you have read in the EVS, and you have read in the 7th standard as well in the components. But here you read about as resources. Biotech means the living organism or or the living things. Like I just gave you the example, the plants and animals. If we talk about the abiotic means non-living things or non-living organism. The example is land. If we talk about the another types of the resources, that is renewable and the non-renewable. Renewable means the things which we can renew it, just like you can take the solar energy, you can take water harvesting, you can take the plastic which we can renew it. You now in this contemporary era, I'm giving you an example. Nowadays we are manufacturing that much of the thing where we can renew them. आज के टाइम में हम इतने सारे प्रोडक्ट यूज कर रहे हैं जिसको हम रिन्यू कर सके. क्यों रिन्यू कर सके? बिकॉज नेचर से ये जो हमारी जो नेचर हमें इतने सारे रिसोर्सेज प्रोवाइड कर रही है. पॉपुलेशन बढ़ती जा रही है, तो इतने सारे पॉपुलेशन जैसे बढ़ता जाएगा तो उतने ज़्यादा हम रिसोर्सेज को यूज़ करेंगे, तो एक दिन ऐसा आएगा कि सारे जो रिसोर्सेज वो क्या हो जाएंगे, एग्जॉस्टेड हो जाएंगे. तो उसके लिए हमने क्या क्या रिन्यू करना स्टार्ट कर दिया. जैसे कि हम प्लास्टिक का एग्जाम्पल है, इफ़ यू आर यूजिंग एनी ऑफ द प्लास्टिक विच वी दैट इज रिटन ओवर देयर, इट विल रिन्यू इट. रिन्यू इन द सेंस उसको हम दोबारा यूज़ कर सकते हैं. जैसे हमने मान लो गार्बेज में उसको डाल दिया तो उसको रिन्यू कर सकते हैं. गार्बेज को भी हम रिन्यू कर सकते हैं. जैसे गार्बेज को हम जैसे कि ऑर्गेनिक गार्बेज होता है, इनऑर्गेनिक गार्बेज होता है, जिसमें इफ यू टेक द एग्जांपल द इनिशिएटिव विच इज स्टार्टेड बाय द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, स्वच्छ भारत, they are using one green dustbin and they are using one blue dustbin. In the green dustbin, what you have to put the organic garbage like dry leaves, vegetable peels, fruit peels, or you can put your hair. And in the blue one, you can put you can set the dry garbage and the wet garbage. In the like in the green one, you can put the wet garbage, and in the blue one you will put the dry garbage, just like the plastic, or you can take any of the wrappers, or you can take the newspaper, by which the green dustbin, or you can say the wet garbage, after you can say by making the manure from them, or you can by using the composting pit, which I'm using the composting pit as well, not from the dustbin. Compost, we can make a manure, and that manure we can put it in the plants. By that, like it's usually it's kind of a natural form. If we talk about the blue part, this dustbin, that particular garbage you can put it in the machine, and they used to make some different kinds of thing. By that, I'll give you one more example. Like there is one place in the Agra where they used to take all the garbage, they used to put at the particular place, and after 5 or 6 years they made the Buddha Park over there. आगरा में एक जगह है जहाँ पे बहुत सारे गार्बेज को इकट्ठा करके वहाँ पर रखा गया, फिर उसको कन्वर्ट कर दिया गया, यानी उसको रिन्यू कर दिया गया, फिर वहाँ पे एक बुद्धा पार्क बना दिया. तो आप सोच सकते हो कि हम एक पर्टिकुलर कितनी सारी चीज़ों से उसको क्या कर सकते हैं, रिन्यू कर सकते हैं. अब बात करते हैं नॉन रिन्यूएबल की, ऐसी चीज़ें जो रिन्यू नहीं हो सकती है, जैसे कि टॉक अबाउट द वाटर, वी कांट रिन्यू इट. If we talk about the petrol, we can't renew it. If we talk about the broken glass, we can't renew it. If we talk about the tearing of the paper, we can't renew it. Like there are numerous of the things are there, we can't renew it. So that resource used to come in the non-renewable resources. If we talk about the ubiquitous and the localized, ubiquitous means the things which you get freely everywhere. For example, air used to get free everywhere, that we used to breathe, that used to come in the ubiquitous. If we talk about the localized, the particular thing which you get in the need, at a particular place, at the particular place, just like copper you get, aluminum you get at a particular place. Everywhere you not find the copper, everywhere you not find the iron, everywhere you not find the steel, but at the particular place which you get the resource, that used to come as the localized resource. Now we go to the another type of resource, that is the human resource, which is the utmost important part of this planet. Without humans, like we can't convert the resources which will help the humans. Like what the humans are doing, they're using their skill, they're using their physical strength, they're using the technology, they make the particular thing to help themselves, to help the society, that by which they can make the numerous of things, they make their life easy by making the technologies, the innovative way of innovative thinking, the innovative way, ideas, by which they can make the numerous of the things which they help them. If we talk about the human resource are the utmost important factor from the ancient times till today. If we talk about conserving resources are utmost important factor of our life. How it is utmost important? Because of conserving the resources, we can help ourselves, we can help us the future as well. Why? Because if we can't conserve, then it will be exhausted at the once upon a time, it will going to be exhausted if we can't conserve them. But every day I am saying scientists and the you can take the geologists, you can take the ecologists. These people are come with so many of the innovative ideas by which they can conserve our this resources. Because if we can't conserve them, one day it will come, it going to be completely exhausted. So we have to conserve our resources, whether it's water, whether it's petrol, whether any of the item, or you can take any of the resources. Why? Because if the population increase, so there is a demand, or there is a need of lots of resources, but if the population increase, we can't fulfill every demand, every need. So we have to stop this thing, we have to conserve them, like we can use it right now as well as for the future purpose. So last topic of this chapter is the sustainable development. What do you mean by the sustainable development? Sustainable development means you can use for your present purpose and you conserve it for the future generation. This is what we call the sustainable development. So these are the topics which we are going to complete in this chapter. I hope you like this video. Thank you.